My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're just going to see what Spirit wants you to know about your connection right now. Okay, in the extended, I'll look at your person's thoughts and feelings about you, and we'll get a trance message. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll get a trance message from Janice for guidance, but we're looking at what does Spirit want you to know about your connection right now. Now, I know that a lot of you are plowing through some very heavy energies at the moment, okay? But I'm being guided. It's just purging. It's just purging all cycles that want to close out, and they will close out if we want them to, or we can do a repeat. I do think that we are facing a choice point. Do we repeat the mistakes and the patterns of the past and refuse to change? Or do we do something differently? And that something differently is going to mean different things for different people. Let's explore that for a moment before we get into the full message, right? We have to see about ourselves first, right? Let's see. So this will be group. Let's have 3 piles, right? Group 1 to 3. 1, 2. Just pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. Let's see the old side. What wants to close out for you? That's the question we're gonna ask. Okay. So if you chose 1, this will be a card. What wants to close out? Brown-haired man. And remember, I told you I don't know why, but I always see this card as Papa Leg, but maybe it's because of the pipe there. I always feel like it's an ancestor here. It's about to open a door, so there's some kind of door. Remember, he's a road opener, right? He's the access point, right, to ancestors, elevation, Orishas, right? So there is a door that wants to open here for you, Power One. But let's find out what needs to close out for you. Let's go in here. What needs to close out for Power One? There's a door about to open for Power One, but what needs to close out? There's something that needs to close out because the door is opening. Codependency or self-love deficit disorder. Okay, how does this manifest, Spirit? How does this manifest for Power One? Whoa! Stalker vibes. It says voyeur or stalker. Okay. All right. So Power One, you're doing some kind of stalking. I don't know if it's energetic stalking or you're up on the people and them Facebook and Instagram again, right? But Spirit is saying, and we've all been there. Okay. Chief stalker number 1 right here, right? So you've been stalking, okay? You've been stalking. You've been really checking up on this person, but Spirit saying this is signaling some sort of attachment, some sort of codependency, and it's touching some sort of insecurity within you. Whether it is a fear of being abandoned, whether it's a fear of being left behind, whether it's a fear that this will never materialize, there's some kind of insecurity that you have with regard to your connection, and as long as you're in that space of lack, and that space of attachment, then nothing is going to manifest. Okay. All right. Let that door will remain closed because it means that you've not learned the lesson. Let's see pile 2. What's waiting to close out for you? Oh, plenty things. All right. So there's some healing here. Okay. You've had your heart broken here, and you think that you've been healed, but you're not, and you're not grounded either. Okay, you're not very grounded, and you're not seeing things very clearly because you are still holding on to a bit of heartbreak. All right, so Spirit is asking you to be honest with yourself. Okay, there might be some kind of closure that you need to get first within yourself, and maybe speak to your person about. Okay. But there's something here there's heartbreak here that's still lingering for you. This is a bleeding heart. It's a bleeding heart. Because roses are always a symbol of love. Whatever type of love it is, it's always a symbol of love. And this rose is crying. Okay? So there's heartbreak here. And there's secrets here. There are things that remain unsaid. There are things that you need to tell your person. Maybe about what happened. Maybe you've never fully expressed how you felt about what happened between you guys. Maybe there was something deceptive that took place. Okay, it looks like both of you guys are hiding things from each other. Spirit saying this needs to come out in the open. There are things that need to be said. And even if it means sending this person a text and leaving it at that, or calling them up, whatever it is, there is a conversation that needs to be had. For some of you guys, you might only be able to have this conversation in the 5D, but I feel like because this is already not grounded, I feel like there's some kind of 3D attempt that spirit might be guiding you to, or will bring into your awareness. There's going to be some kind of arrangement for some kind of 3D communication, because you both need to talk to each other. Both of you are wearing masks. Both of you are kind of hands off. She has on gloves. What about pile 3? What's waiting to close out for you? What needs to close out? Poverty consciousness, greed. Okay, and the many ways that it manifests. Sometimes poverty consciousness manifests as workaholism, sometimes as hoarding, and sometimes as giving ourselves away. And I feel like for some of you, you're giving yourselves away. Others of you, you're taking. Your cup is already full and you're still taking. Okay, maybe there is, again, some sort of hoarding. Maybe you're like me, have an addiction to tarot cards. So there's something here, but there's something that you are collecting, hoarding, you're addicted to. For some of you, it may be substances. For some of you. But there is some sort of imbalance here with regard to the material world that spirit is drawing your attention to. And usually that comes from some sort of trauma in childhood. Okay, so that is waiting to close out for you guys. All right, what's the most important messages that you need to know about your connection at this time? Let's get 5. What am I saying 5? I want to say 4. 5 is a Hierophant. Okay, we have anxiety. So this could be you or your person or both of you guys. And you know, anxiety is, it's, you know, or fear of the future. We have happiness. We have change. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to take those. We have solitude. And this always reminds me of the 6 of Swords. Even though there's no swords there. One more card. Okay, we have 2. We have battle. And we have the gray-haired lady. And the gray-haired lady in this deck, I have dubbed her the Divine Feminine. Okay? Because she has wisdom, right? She has wisdom. All right, so let's see what's happening here. So what does Spirit want you to know about this connection? I feel like both you and your person have been anxious, right? There's a lot of anxiety surrounding where everything is heading. Where is this heading? Okay, how do I get this back on track? How do I manifest what I want? You know, am I waiting in vain for this person, right? These are the kind of anxieties that are floating around. But Spirit is saying that there is happiness there here. And there is going to be this new beginning. For some of you, there might be a child that might be coming through. Others of you, some kind of fur baby waiting to come into your life. But both of you, you and your counterpart, have a loyal heart for each other. And there's a childlike quality that you guys bring out in each other that nobody else does. They bring it out in you. you bring out in them. And sometimes that childlike quality could be all childhood wounds as well. It kind of hurt, it kind of swings both ways, right? But there is happiness that can be had here, okay? But I feel like your fear of the future and these negative thoughts, this is what's, you know, trying to sabotage this new beginning, this change that is coming in for this connection. You may see the fullness of this during the autumn months, because I am seeing the leaves here falling off the tree. Okay, but there's some kind of metamorphosis, and I thought so because I don't usually use the Chrysalis Tarot, which was a gift from my good friend Honey. I don't usually use it. I've not used it in a long time, but for some reason, my hand tapped on it today. I said, that's the energy of transformation, right? That is the energy of transformation, but it is the potential for transformation. It is a potential, right? It's not there. It's a potential. This anxiety is threatening to sabotage this potential. What you need to do is release and let go. And we've found out what we need to release and let go, right? Because there's this potential that's coming in here. Now, you may find that there might be more moments of separation between you and your counterpart right now. Okay, but this is strategic. And this is because you guys need that time alone to get into balance with yourself. You may find that there might be a power struggle going on between you and your counterpart. But it's really the masculine and feminine energies inside of you guys that are trying to get into balance. Now, you know, Charlotte and I have this Twin Flame seminar coming up on Saturday. It's this Saturday, right? Saturday the 8th. No, Saturday the 14th. I'm sorry. Saturday the 14th, right? So we've just been channeling because a lot of new information all of a sudden is just coming in. So I feel like the information that we got before, it was appropriate for where we were at that point in time, where we were doing all that research. But now that we are in a different space and there's been this kind of elevation and awareness around us and our shadow, we are getting a lot of new information about how the twin ring presents and the different structures on the ring. And one of the things that we saw was a kind of pendulum kind of structure, right? And for a lot of the DAFs that we have been checking, it's just been swinging back and forth like crazy, right? Between the masculine and feminine polarities. So I think this is exactly what's happening right now. And if you notice the male and female figures here, this is meant to be balanced. The warrior and the wise woman, okay? It's meant to be balanced. These are divine energies. So Spirit is asking you now to get grounded. It's definitely that. Get grounded. So one, you can really tap into the guidance that is coming through for you guys, because the Spirit wants to communicate with you. But you can only communicate when you are clear. And the energies are so heavy right now that it's going to be more and more difficult for you to stay clear. So you have to make a concerted effort to be very strict with your spiritual hygiene and make sure you're spending a lot more time outdoors in order to stay grounded. This is a battle. It's a battle between the sexes. It's a battle between the polarities. It's a battle between the light and the not light. This is what's happening right now. That's why the energies are so heavy. So just like Earth, there is a potential for elevation. There's also the potential right now to elevate your connection and bring it straight into the light. But you cannot do that if you're holding on to old patterns of behavior. And if there's no closure on the old cycle. That's what I'm getting here today. So the more work you do on yourself in this solitude is the faster that you're going to balance out these polarities. Let's check the tarot and see what's the message there for us. So right now there's the potential for happiness, but your anxieties, a collective anxiety, is trying to sabotage that. It also reminds me of, could you check K Moon's new video? I think it's a new moon in Taurus energies. This is what it sounds like. New moon in Taurus. Check that out, because this is what it sounds like. We have the Page of Wands. So it's the potential. Remember, the page is our potential. So it's the potential for action. It's a potential for passion. It's a potential for creation, right? This is Aries energy. And Aries is also about potential, the Big Bang. What does Spirit want you to know? Any additional information? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Get clear. You're not clear. You're not seeing the truth clearly. And it is because there's a lot of emotions that are bubbling up inside. We have the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, you may need to reach out. But only if you are guided to do that. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Fool. Okay? So again, it's the same message that I'm getting. There is a potential here for new beginnings. There is a potential here for happiness. There's a potential here for equal give and take. But this can only happen when people are balanced within themselves. So the more work you do on yourself, the better you're going to make use of these energies that are happening right now. Right? Because you're not seeing things clearly. Spirit saying you're not seeing things clearly. Your anxiety, your fears, whether it's fears of being abandoned, whether it's fears of being hurt, whether it's fears of, that you've been living in a delusion these past few years, whatever these fears are, these are sabotaging this potential. Before it even actualizes, you're sabotaging it before it even actualizes. It is anxiety. It is your fears. But Spirit says once you quiet the mind, then the divine guidance and your own intuition can come through. And your intuition is trying to tell you, this is a very pivotal time. There is the potential, the real potential, to get everything that you want. But you cannot allow your mind to sabotage it. Okay? So let's get a one card of guidance. And we're going to go to the extended, where we check your person's thoughts and feelings for you. And I'm also going to get a channel the message from Janice, guidance for the collective. Okay? Well, okay, let's see. So what comes through, we have darkness, and this reminds me of the Devil card. Okay? We have desire. We have essence. We have I am. And Spirit saying, go beyond the karma. And this is exactly what I'm feeling, right? That right now there is a battle. There is a battle. There is a battle between the dark and the light. There is a battle. And you can choose to go back into darkness, or repeat a karmic cycle, or go beyond that karma and learn the lesson. And learn the lesson. To stand in your full power. Stop giving your power away. And to really embody your soul essence. Which for most of you that are watching is divine feminine energy. There are divine masculines that are watching as well. But right now it's about embodying your full soul essence. This is a call for you to be the Empress, the Emperor. This is a call for you to embody heaven on earth, to embody the essence of the divine, which is compassion, unconditional love. There's an opportunity here when you go beyond the lesson, when you learn the lesson, when you go beyond the karma, to get absolutely everything that your heart desires. But you have to stand in your power for this to happen. You cannot give your power away to addictions. You cannot give your power away to someone else. You cannot give your power away to codependencies or greed or the material world. or allow secrets to sabotage you. You kind of give your power away to your mind. The potential is here for you to get absolutely everything that you want. But you have to learn the specific lesson of the moment. For some of you, it's releasing poverty consciousness. For others of you, it's about communication, okay? Proper communication and authentic communication. And for others of you, it's allowing that door to open, that door to happiness, to open when you release attachment and lack of self-love. Okay? My love, so that was your reading. If you're able, join me next extended. I'll get a trance message from Janice. I'll look at your person's thoughts and feelings for you, their actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading, and then I'll get the last bit of advice, okay? My loves, take care.